but also because he got to pitch his tent a little bit, get the kills, and a long-range sights, and getting that first pick-off, especially in search and destroy.
For big performances out of Scump for Optic, and then Looney off go of it in the uplink, and then you had Scump, who is just always doing really well.
All right, well, again, still match point for Optic. Rise now trying to mount a miraculous Mr. X. Take it away.
Mark my words. If Rise Nation takes this map, it's going 7 games.
Pretty strong fringe hardpoint team. You got the momentum at that moment in time. Optic Gaming needs to put them away here.
I cannot agree with you more. Part of me, you know, as being a fan of Call of Duty, and I would do just about anything for a Game 7 right now.
Oh, I don't want to ask you particulars on that. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be Optic Gaming on the offensive side of things first. As they talked about, it's going to be Octane in this B cave, one of the best players locking this down solo, and this is why Rise, one of the better teams on this map, because they have one guy who can lock down that B cave and allows the other players to just spread out along the map, watch all of the lanes unhunted.
Well, we're going to watch kind of Octane and Classic from the defensive side here, because they're going to be holding this B push. The first one is Octane picking it up. Now Classic going to be pushing forward. Is he going to be able to get a couple kills? He's got a sub on M8, picks up one. Second inside, not going to be able to get it. Classic drops. 2 on 3 for Optic Gaming. Let's go to your bomb carrier Scump here, who is drowning in a waterfall.
You have actually the other player from the game. It's
Hello.
going to be Karma, obtained from behind on the B bomb site. So a 2v3 turns into a 2v1 scenario.
Yep.
Karma and Scump going big for Optic.
You know, first blood percentage, the biggest stat in S&D. The first blood goes the way of Rise Nation, but the round may not unless Looney can clutch. The timing on this, he might just need to kill the bomb carrier if he guesses right, but he's going to check B, so it should be a safe plan for Scump.
And Looney's going to have a very difficult time with the M8 to be able to break into this A bomb site, and Optic gets it down just in time. It's going to be 40 seconds Looney has to work with here. He's going to spot one, not able to take this player out.
Oh, the Kobe not going to connect. Will he get him on the corner, tags him up again, but look at the crossfire you've got. We'll look at Karma's point of view. Looking across, you see Scump as well. Got each other's back. Looney wrapping around the backside here at Patio, and he's got so much to do and not enough time to work with. 20 seconds here. He's going to have to fly in. You mentioned the fact that he has an M8 checking every corner, not able to pick it up. He guesses wrong, and that is Karma closing out the first round here of S&D.
Rise cannot lose rounds. They get first blood. This is too important of a game. They have Octane pick up one on the B bomb site, and they just let Karma get right down the middle of the map, and he goes big after Scum picks up one, able to take Octane out, and then that opens up the B cave, and it forces Looney to rotate in over from the opposite side of the map. And it gives Optic the A bomb site wide open. Big play by those two players, Scump and Karma.
All right, no sniper rifles going to be in play here for the push from Rise Nation. Let's check things out with Octane. Looks to be a little bit different of a push. They're going to want to favor A. I'm going to highlight Karma in the back as he's going to be the one likely dealing with this. You can see his angle. Players getting up in the window. They're going to push through. Another first blood for Rise. This round they absolutely have to take. Scump's going to be coming through stairs. He sees one, sees a second. I don't know how he wins that one, but he is able to pick up one player. 2 versus 3. Can they get the favor on their side again here for Optic Gaming? And now let's check. Looney's wrapping around. The timing could be very, very good here. He saw the HC. He saw the HC cross. He's going to pick it up. The HC gets taken out as well. It's Crim now. 1 versus 3. M8 trying to push it. It's going to be so hard. Makes it look easy. There's one. 40 seconds on the clock.
He's able to get out. I mean, he has a lot of places he could go. I mean, he could have went into water. He could have went back to the balcony. Opts to go back to balcony. He gets taken out. But I mean, obviously, we'll see how the rest of this map plays out, but Rise should be up 2-0. They can't lose that first round.
All right, well, they are able to tie it up here. Looney, they need a big performance from him. He is going to shut down that second round to square things up. Now let's take a look at Rise Nation on defense. We're actually going to go to a listen-in for this round 3 with Rise. Let's hear how they lock down Hunted.
Middle bridge, they could be hitting me, I backed up,
Nothing in B-side.
They threw a pre-nade from me. That was me, that was my nade. Where is he? I don't see anything bridge. Where's that kid just shot? No, one just jumped back to
He's an A bomb.
Back
on top, you guys, back on top, you guys.
He smoked it, my exit. One just pre-fired the stairs. They could be planning, I'm holding our back plant, I'm gonna jump up on these stairs over here. I'm about to pinch a staircase when you guys go, so let me know.
One ran in the window, I'm about to...
Let me know when to go from A stairs.
Right core.
He's in the tip right core. Triangulation bomb.
Got him. Shit.
What could be the water?
Yo, I think they're playing our spawn. I'm gonna hop it. Just play my back door.
I have your door,
Play
I have
my
your
back
door,
door.
I have your door.
Play my
I'm on
back
it,
door. I'm on it.
Nice.
I'm halfway.
No, window. You're fine. Yo. Good play, Danny.
Yeah, good shot. Good job, Danny. Good call. Are you close?
Beautifully done there. It was amazing to hear the
Fantastic
tension
execution.
kind of build up. I got steps. Let me know when to push. You saw the collapse come. You heard Looney calling out the time on the bomb defuse. That was awesome to hear. You know, we don't listen to the S&D rounds that frequently. Hearing that level of communication from Rise is a very positive thing for this series.
Yeah, they had everything covered. You know, Slacked was watching that backdoor from the water. They had Classic, who jumped up onto that platform. He was able to take out one player in the final kill cam. He was, watching players exiting water potentially, coming through water and jumping onto there to get into the A-bomb site. So fantastic execution there by Rise Nation.
All right, let's watch the push now for Rise. We're going to go back to them on offense. Just take a look at the top. Heavy B pressure coming. Krim is at back tunnel. He's going to have so much work to do here, and he's going to give it up. Let the flank get down. He needs to wait for his teammates here, not get too overzealous. He is going to at least be able to take out that trophy system.
So let's see how Optic elects to play this. There's a few different ways they can. They can push all the way through the B cave here, just powering behind Krim. They can send one player all the way on the flank, albeit you don't have a lot of time to work with. And then you could have went either through the water up the middle of the map, and they're going to actually do a bait for there. It's going to be Formal picking up that kill on the Looney as Scump dives by, and it's going to be Krim picking up a gunfight.
Classic's coming from behind. There's one. Gimme two. Finds that as well. A third in front. They're trading forward. Classic now by himself. Krim 6 though is on it. Krim is on it. He's almost there. Can he get it done? Classic trying to peek. He picks it up and he gets the kill just in time. Not enough time here for Optic
Karma
Gaming.
was standing on top of the bomb. I think with like 6 seconds left, he might have been able to get that, and it looked like, I don't know what gun he had at the beginning of the round, but it looked like that's the animation you'd get when you would pick up a gun and take an M8.
Once he dropped, I don't know. It was very close. It was very close. I'm not sure if he would have had it.
Let's see if we catch in the final kill.
That is clutch stuff from Classic, making the play just in the nick of time. Rise Nation's coming alive.
So you saw there in the final kill cam, that's actually Karma with a pistol, so you got to believe he picked that one up.
All right, well, Gaming, take it away, boys.
I'm in the other way.
I'll go in the room. Let's go. Let's win this shit.
Throwing a nade out middle.
Yo, I'm gonna distract the fuck out of him, Seth. Alright?
Hold on. Just wait for Matt to see if there's anybody. No, I hit him. They're mid block.
They're mid block?
Yeah.
Okay. One's there.
I'm gonna hit it.
Wait, yo, one's the building. He's not weak. He's not weak. Sorry.
I'm hitting it right now.
Mid building, one shot. Be right ahead, guys.
I'm looking at the flank. I'm absolute octane, bro.
Water.
Nice.
Water. Shit. You might push me? Yeah. 10 alive.
They naded from their mid.
We're good.
Yo, Matt, I'm going down. I'm going down.
He's in the block. Close left. Yo, one got B. Close left. Close left. He's in the water now, I think. One was in water as well. I'm not getting in water.
There were two in water. Yo, 1 second. I'm going
right
down.
here. Nice. My kill. Octane was still in water somewhere. Yeah, he's in our building. Two. They're both there. Both here. In window. He waved.
Cam on.
Fuck. Oh, I didn't hit him with it.
Oh my God! You hear him? He waved, but the camo comes out. Rise Nation takes it 4-1 advantage. Baby, we've got ourselves a series.
Oh, and the heat wave actually doesn't connect on the Classic. Not close enough. I love the idea to use it there in that situation.
Did he hit it right before he went over the rock, basically?
If he would have waited maybe another second when Classic got a little bit closer, he would have connected with the heat wave. But no, very nice try there by Karma. Karma and Classic, two players who are X factors for their team, both going off. And you got Classic double positive, Karma 6-2 as well. So both players playing well, but it's Rise Nation with a 4-1 round advantage.
Oh, nerves. Maybe some jitters starting to come in for Optic Gaming as you're seeing Rise Nation begin to have faith, begin to come alive. You've got HCs out from both sides about to do battle here on the bridge. Nothing coming from it, and that's going to be an open site. Classic's got it down. Let's check in the back. They finally destroyed the opposite HC car, but this is an early plant, 4 up. Scump starting to get aggressive here on the defensive side of things. Might find one in hut. Think he saw his head. Can he win it? Yes. Scump picks up 1 kill. There's a player in the back who's got a lot to work with. That's Octane, the bait and switch coming in. They tag him up in back rock. Can he win it? He's hit both players. He's still alive. He's such a key to surviving here because Slacked is sitting underneath. It's just these two to deal with everything. Oh, hello. Did you see him? He had to have seen him, right?
I don't think so.
He had to. There it is. He's going to be able to pick it up. Octane picks up with 1 as well. 2v2, 15 seconds left. He tries to stick it, I think, but oh my God. He was hiding behind the bomb right as Scump came up, and Octane is going to take a round here. They've got 2 on the board.
Yeah, Scump with a big round, taking out Looney at the beginning, and then obviously to come out of one or kill Slack at the end there. And Optic Gaming just needs to put the pressure on Rise Nation, because Rise, it's obvious, you know, once they get the momentum, that they can string together some nice consecutive round wins. So Optic Gaming, you look for them to take this next round and then start to, you know, really lay it on this Rise Nation team.
All right, well, here we go. Hopping into round 7. You still got a little bit of a cushion if you're Rise, right? You're feeling okay still, but you want to put Optic Gaming away. You have to get it done. You don't want this to get any closer here, give any more life to Optic once they get going. So difficult to stop them. What do you think about the setup and push you have from Optic Gaming right now, Matt?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a slower execute. You know, obviously everyone playing a little bit further back, trying to draw some players out on Rise, and I like it because, you know, players like Classic and Looney have been really aggressive at the beginning of these rounds, and look at that, Looney getting a little bit of aggressive formal catches him off guard.
Nice patience there. Looney maybe overzealous, but they're able to pick it up. Optic 4-3 advantage right now. Who do you want to hop in with? You'll see it's a very, very slow push from Optic. They're waiting on mistakes right now from Rise Nation.
Yeah, I think we stay on with the offensive team. In this situation, up one player, you control the destiny of the round. And to see how they elect to play this, Crim's going to dive into the water, and he's able to pick up one. Now with a 2-man advantage, you expect Optic to pick up this round and start to figuring out what this Rise Nation team's been doing right. You see Formal's going to take out Classic, and it's going to be all up to Octane here. Be a legendary round if he's able to win it.
1 versus 4. He's got the 45 seconds to work with. Look at the X-ray. You see the setup from Optic. They're spread out. They're ready to control, but they give him a free one. He's got 1 on the board. 3 more to go with. And you have to play these kind of reckless. He's a slower AR player, but you have to go. In any 1v4 situation, time is your biggest obstacle. Can he pick up a couple more here? He might see one from the bomb site, but the flank comes through for Crim across bridge. And that's another round here for Optic Gaming. They're screaming back.
That's a little bit of a different way of thinking, but I don't think he needed to play that really aggressive after he gets that first kill. I think you could have waited. I mean, he had about 30 seconds left. I think you probably could have, you know, waited down to 20 trying to pick up one more player. And if a guy like Crim, he catches Crim on the bridge, he's got, what, 22 seconds left to fly into the bomb site and potentially make something happen?
I don't know.
I think he could have taken a little bit more time there.
I like the reckless plays when you're in a 1v4. Hey, I'm a wise man. But now you see it's going to be a V hit coming for Rise Nation. They want to get going quickly. The nice movement from Classic over the top. He's going to find one in the corner, but he's not going to be able to win it. 1 down for either side. Kills traded here. Rise still has a 1-round advantage. They might find one mid-map. The shot's off. Looney, one you should have picked up, but not able to close out. Let's check the plant. Slacked, getting it down on the B site now. If Looney peeks through HUD, he should see a couple here tagged up. Almost kind of an unintentional bait and switch.
Yeah, Looney's so worried about players flanking. He's going to use his heat wave. He's going to be able to pick up one. And I do like the use of heat wave in this round. And it's going to be Crim tying this up at 2 players apiece. Now we're going to have a 1v1. It's going to be Octane going up against Crim. And I wonder if Crim got tagged with the Vision Pulse there. See how Octane elects to play this. He's going to fly around the corner and check the bomb. Octane going to win that gunfight. Don't know if he got tagged on Vision Pulse. Didn't want to say where Crim was, but you got to think that Octane had a fantastic idea of how Crim was electing to play that one. And I think you needed to use those specialist abilities to secure that round. Optic's gaining momentum. You wanted to kind of end that steam that they were starting to gather, and Rise does that. They have to just win 1 more round, take this map, maybe, and make this series very, very interesting.
Rise is trying to make this interesting here in the grand final. I hear the fans for Rise starting to get it together. They were a little quiet early as the Optic Gaming team looks so dominant, but we've got ourselves a series here. I want to watch Classic on the defensive side of things as he'll be in a position here to disrupt things if they push across the B. And oh, this is not looking good for Optic because you've got a nice setup here. Lots of players in and around this side for the side of Rise. There's one. There's a second planting. Can he pick him up? He knows bomb is down. They're going to collapse. The kill's coming in. Crim by himself. 1 versus 3. Rise has almost done it. Is he going to be able to close it out? Octane's on the defuse. We're halfway there, and Crim is dead. Rise Nation has just found their second map, and they're back in this one.
Yeah, and it's big games from Octane and Classic, as Rise Nation takes the SND on Hunted 6-3. Nade was talking about earlier how devastating those water routes are, and it was Slack and Classic during that game in the water, able to make some big plays.
COD gods above, David Vonderhaar, give me a game 7. Just please give me a game 7. Chopra, Jack, and now Revin. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, we got Revin joining us to share some of his thoughts We heard from Nate earlier, but also now the big point is, of course, Rise starting to pull it together. I mean, you saw the co-owners of Rise, including, of course, the NFL player of the LA Rams, Roger Saffold, up there now looking a little bit more relaxed. Earlier, you saw they looked grim and as right as they should be. But now there's some light on the side of Rise.
Rise Nation stepped up. They did what they needed to do. Obviously, they stayed alive in Game 4. They're going to force this one into another hard point, but I predicted Optic Gaming to win the series 4-2. They're up 3-2 right now. I'm still sticking with my prediction. I think OG are going to come out of this hot.
How good Jack's predictions are. That's all he's been talking
I mean,
about.
you know, when you get something right now and then, you got to brag about it a little bit, Revan. But how have you been seeing this series so far? I mean, Optic looks so strong in the first 3 maps.
This series has been crazy. I mean, I definitely didn't expect Optic Gaming to go up 3-0 off the bat. I thought Rise Gaming were definitely going to take the uplink going into that game. It's always been that one game that they've been able to rely on to turn things around throughout the entire stage 1. So Optic Gaming definitely making a statement in that game 3. And then, of course, Rise, for me, I think they're right back in the series now.
Yeah, I mean, the way they played this entire search and destroy, especially the last 2 rounds, once they started winning, they knew they had the lead.
How clutch was that kill, by the way?
That was I mean, there were a lot where it was just coming down to that last second, and Rise started to pick it up, and then they got their flanks and their timing so perfectly. This kill right here, they used the water a lot and very efficiently. They were very patient about when they happened to jump up onto bomb site B.
That's why whenever I do the telestray, I draw the Kappa face in the water, because you never know what's going to happen on that part of the map.
Yeah, they clutch up a few times, killing the diffuser just in time. This S&D actually felt pretty darn similar to that first S&D in the series. You know, it was pretty even at times between the 2 squads. Obviously, Optic taking that one. Now Rise coming back and taking that search and destroy. We got ourselves a series. I just tweeted it. We definitely will be seeing this one go to a Game 6. You heard Maven say, hopefully, gods give us a Game 7. We all want to see it here.
Bondahar is in the building, so.
This is true.
Well, yeah, I mean, any and all powers that may be. I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to that Game 7 regardless of which team you're cheering for, right? Because we're looking at the top 2 teams during the regular season go at it in the grand finals, in the playoffs. I mean, this is everything you could have dreamed for if you're following the Call of Duty World League presented by PS4. So now it's almost there. It's coming to fruition. We're going to the map 6. The big question is, it's another hard point, and we know how that first one went.
Tell me this series isn't looking like H2K versus Team Liquid.
Ooh, it is though. It is. I mean, you're right. Not just because of the score, but the momentum change and the attitude change, right? Even the energy level difference.
The demeanor I saw from Rise at the beginning of the series compared to how they're looking now, you could see they're starting to gain some momentum behind them, and you know, fire's lit under them now, and I could see this going to Game 7.
I genuinely couldn't ask for a more exciting.
Rise is 1-2. So, it could go to 7 if Rise wins. All Optic's got to do is win this one.
Exciting map to go into next. Fringe Hardpoint has had some of the most legendary comebacks in the game mode.
Sure, we say this, I mean, whenever you're down 0-3, like, it comes down to every map. But now if you win this, you reset everything, and then you, in fact, go in with higher energy, a better attitude into that last game. So this is going to be a big test for Rise. And to get to this point, I mean, we're in a 3-2 grand final. We've had a great weekend of Call of Duty. Of course, a big shout out to everyone who's made this possible. I mean, especially Activision and Treyarch making this game possible, but then everyone involved in bringing together the Call of Duty World League presented by PS4. Of course, Sony right up there, the ESL studios here, and all the fans here in the studio and around the world. There's a lot of people watching right now.
We are breaking some major viewing numbers for Black Ops 3. I will tell you right now, tell your friends about what's about to happen right here, because
this could be history.
If Rise somehow forces Game 7 and make this the incredible story we've wanted, this will be a series of Call of Duty that will be remembered forever.
Yeah, it will be a big one. Of course, big shout out to Nate too for dropping some of his knowledge, maybe some not as accurate. You guys might not agree. He disagreed with you guys on a couple things, but it was nice having him and his thoughts, because he used to be a player. He knows what it's like. You guys talk whenever you and Nate were
he's
here.
one of those guys that helped shape competitive to get it where it is today. So it's always nice to see him around.
Yeah, I enjoyed whenever you two would talk, because it's a completely different conversation than like any of us, because you guys have similar
we know
memories.
the game.
Exactly. Well, yes, that too. That's not wrong. But you also know exactly kind of what's going through. You've been in similar situations. You know these players a little bit more personally. So it's nice getting that angle. But right now, all eyes, I mean, we got people standing, sitting in the studios. I'm sure at home you're watching with your friends, whether it's online together, because if this goes to a Game 7, can you imagine Game 7 round? It comes down to one last round to determine who wins.
If that goes down to an Infection S&D, that will be nuts, because that's a map where we've seen some insane plays go down, some incredible clutches. Obviously, inside that small B room is so hectic, but they got to get through Fringe first, right? They got to beat Optic Gaming on hardpoint, something they failed to do earlier in the series.
Not only, like, if it goes to Game 7, we could potentially see Optic Gaming get reverse sweeped in the grand finals.
That's something that no one's going to forget. On one hand, for Optic, they're not going to forget because they were so close to proving that they're #1, not only online, but also offline. But for Rise, they're going to make sure people continue talking about it because they kind of built up the story themselves. They hyped up themselves by being like, oh, yeah, no, we want to play FaZe and Optic because we need to beat them to prove to everyone why we're here. Well, here we go. We're getting ready for the Protects and Bans for map number 6. It's been match point for so long, it seems, for Optic Gaming, but it's getting closer and closer for Rise Nation.
Really looking forward to getting into this one. Revan, any particular bans you expect to see on a map like Fringe Hardpoint?
Honestly, mainly only the Shiva I expect. That seems to be something that both teams kind of want to target. And there you see it's going to get banned out early on. But for the most part, throughout this entire series, I think both teams have a very similar game plan and what they want to approach going into this ban and protects.
What I really like from Optic right now is that they're not going off of the stuff. They're not straying away from their original game plan, right? Even though they've kind of faltered a little bit, they've given Rise a chance to come back into this. No, it's still an overclock ban. It's still an HC ban. They now go forward with, obviously, Flashbang and expect Concussion to finish it on out. Optic are still playing the game they want to, which will definitely help them going into this Fringe Hardpoint.
And this is exactly what Rise want as well. They want to take the tacticals out. They want high caliber, rapid fire to be banned. They're okay with the HC getting taken out. Overclock, Shiva, they're fine with that. So really nobody getting the upper hand with these bans and protects. It's going to be Kinetic Armor to round things out.
I like that. I mean, just because whenever we talk about Kinetic Armor, we always talk about Scump, and there's a reason. Because he loves that special ability, and because of his love for it, he's so good at using it at the perfect time, getting the right challenges done. Of course, Scump playing those hills a lot of the time on hardpoint. So getting that out, I'm interested to see what does Scump go with. It's going to be the Purifier.
Matches his red hair, man.
So going with the Purifier, getting a little bit more aggressive this time now that the Kinetic Armor is gone. Other than that, though, we're going to see the usuals come out. The Tempest returns now that's hardpoint.
I like it.
Going a little bit more with the zoning choices.
Now, normally we would see Crimsix pick up the Purifier when that's available if Kinetic Armor got banned out, but this time it's going to be Scump. Curious to see how it fares in his hands.
Yeah, Camo, of course, coming back on both sides, but there's a lot of aggression going on now in this hard point on Fringe. The slaying power of both teams need to be at 100% for them to be able to take the win in map number 6. Yep. Jack, what are your key points for this one?
I'm really going to highlight a couple hills on this one. The first one, though, is going to be this Rails hardpoint. This is one that both Rise and Optic Gaming have very similar plays or ways of playing this one, normally against teams of lesser slaying power, and that's where all 4 players on either side just flood in and try to outmuscle their opponent, right? They just try to beat them in gun skill, and that's it. Against lesser teams, that will work for these 2 squads, but against their opposing squad, and this one, definitely not something that will happen that easily. I want to see which squad winds up sending a player down through this middle street to get the pinch on the opposing side. Whether it's Rise or Optic Aiming, either team can do it. We've seen how impactful that can be. When a pinch comes in, you not only get control of the hard point, but you force the spawns out all the way in back alley, which gives your team the opportunity to not only set up, but get a ton of time for your team on that hill. Now that's for the Rails hardpoint. Also, with the Purifier coming into play, that's going to be a big one to watch on this Granny's hardpoint. Expect a really good game between Rise and Optic Gaming here.
I'm really glad you brought that flank because that's something that we kind of haven't touched upon yet in Fringe Hardpoint, just pushing through the middle of the street, maybe meeting.
Map number 6. The energy's high. Fans here in the studio, I want to hear you make some noise because this finals, we were a little worried that it was going to end super quick early on, but now it's going all the way to map 6. Are you guys excited for Fringe Hardpoint between Optic Gaming and Rise Nation? I want us to get noise complaints from Santa Monica. That's how loud I want you to be. I'm sure we'll hear more of it as we get into the game. There we go. Everyone you see crowds lined up in the back, people up in the front. At the same time, I don't blame if not everyone's super loud right now because some people are a little nervous because Optic Gaming, they're still on match point, and Rise, they're the one with the momentum right now. Fringe Hardpoint, map number 6, grand finals of the Call of Duty World League presented by PS4, bringing you the action. It's going to be Maven and Mr. X.
Woo! Let's go, boys. Game 6. Yeah. I want a game 7. I will do anything. Anything.
So the ban and protect process, the last thing that was gone was kinetic. I think Rise could have made a bigger impact getting rid of the stock. I think Octane, a pretty good assault rifle player without stock, throws Formal off a little bit, throws Scump off a little bit. You know, Nate talking about the VMP with stock meta we have going on. I thought that could have made a major impact, especially on a longer map. And you see Optic, they're pretty fired up. And they got to believe in themselves now. I mean, they get off to a slow start. Then we talk about how breaks are important on maps. This is a huge one for Rise Nation. They come out with a really nice start. It silences Optic, and it's got to get in their heads that they could potentially be going to a Game 7.
All right, let's go, baby. Game 6. Can Optic close it out? Can Rise Nation push it to a Game 7? No, I have no idea. This is going to be an insane matchup. A couple down for Optic Gaming here early on. Scump trying to peek White Truck. Picks up one in front as he's going to play it safe here. Try to control mid, and that is going to be 4 down for Rise Nation. Control here for Optic Gaming.
Yeah, Rise Nation just needs to break even on this hill. They just can't let Optic get a lot of free time. This is one that you'll take whatever you can get on that first go-around. And you're really worried about getting that second and third hill. Those are the two you want to control. And just like that, it's going to be 4 dead in favor of Rise Nation. So you're just going to see Classic try and pre-aim this fence. You're going to see players look over him with assault rifles, and he just needs to stay alive as long as possible.
He's trying to, using this truck. He's going to re-peek and challenge, picks up the assist, and that's going to be a 2-piece for Slack before dropping. But now we're rotating over to Yard. First man in, going to be Looney. He needs to have a big performance. They need him to be like that semifinal matchup, going up vertical. Player going to be pushing him here shortly. Can he win a key gunfight here? Backside 10, the answer is no. That's going to be Crim6 taking him out. But on the other side, you've got Octane, 3 streak, 4 and 2. Looking to lock down things here from back alley. 1 in his sights. He can win that. 2nd in his sights. Takes him as well. Octane heating up. Finds a 3rd before he drops. Rise Nation coming alive here in a big way.
And some big kills when we were on with Looney were from Octane. He was in that back alley, took 2 players out on the flank, and you see Rise Nation just flooding into the hard point. Kills being shaded by both teams. You see Classic jumps in. He's able to take out one. Formal takes him out from afar, and it's going to be Scump and Formal in the kill feed, as it's going to be Optic Gaming getting control of Auto.
Well, they're going to close it out for the scrap time, but the important 2 players are going to be Crim6 here, I have highlighted, and Karma in the back. They have to lock down the spawns, and they're doing an excellent job of that thus far, but the flood is coming in here. Look at all the red arrows. They're trying to vie for control of Grandma's. They've got the inside locked down, but it's all about Karma and these spawns.
Again, look at how far that one player on Optic spawn. He's actually going to come down the middle street and trail the guys on Rise Nation. You see Crim picking up 2 kills, but it's going to be Classic and Looney in the back of the Optic base. It's going to be Rise with the opportunity to pinch on this hill. This is a big play from Looney, and it gets shut down by Crim with the L car, and it's going to be Rise winning some gunfights, trying to work their way around the back. Classic with a big win. Same with Looney, as it's going to be Rise Nation taking control of this hill.
We've got another lead change here. Rise has held the back, and they're looking to maintain control. They've already got Looney rotated, ready for tracks here, and to watch this side. There's one. Can he pick any of them up? The heat wave goes off, not connecting at all, but Slack still soaking up some time. Watching this front door. 4 down for Optic as Octane, Slack, and Classic all coming in on the kill feed. Rise starting to pull away. 10 or so seconds left
Optic's
here.
Giving up on this hill. Optic's giving up on this hill as well. They're going to go play for tracks, and we talk about a lot of times on this hard point. And Octane is not messing around in this game 6. 14 and 5 to kick things off. He wants to prove that he's the best they are in the game.
Stop
Takes out
challenging Octane!
Yeah, he turns around. He knows one was at Peaches. He's going to get heat waved, and Karma able to take him out. But here comes Classic with the Tempest. We've seen big plays with this weapon all weekend long. Rise spawning Optic out all the way back alley. They need to push together. He's not able to get one. Would have been a big play if he connected with one player there.
Oh my God, yeah, he hits one of those, and I think he is just violating the entire side of Optic, but now they're trying to push in. You see a couple kills coming in for Crim6. Looney trying to hold on. There's one. Can he get more? Nades flying through. It's mayhem on Barnside tracks.
And now if you're Rise, you have no problem with this just being a contest fest. You want Optic Gaming to push through and give you a favorable spawn for the next one. You see the Rise team all spawning back alley. You got to set up for this middle hard point. You did your job by taking a lot of time on tracks.
You absolutely did, but as we rotate now into our second side of hard points here, we're going back to mid-map, and I want to listen in with the green wall. Let's turn it over to Optic Gaming.
2 in yard, 2 in yard, front barn.
I'm going top barn. I got one.
Nice one.
I'm going in up. I don't see the guy top barn. Could be yard.
One Z and top grandma's with sight.
Pinned up, camping up,
Hill dead. Nice. One Z.
One shot, one white truck as well. One shot hill, guys. One L wall. One shot, one shot.
Nice one.
White truck. Side hill. Anybody push hill?
Where is the sight?
Anybody push hill? Right, white truck. Yeah, white truck, one shot.
Got him. Sight dead.
More hill.
That wall grandma's.
One shot. White truck. Stay down. I'm trying. No, I died. Fuck, bad.
I'll try to get hill.
All grandma.
Z.
Who's in my side?
Top grandma's weak. One Z in hill. Dead.
Nice.
White truck and grandma in dub.
The dart killed me now.
White truck and in dub. Dub dead.
Nice, good job, one dead.
He's head glitching hill from Dub. Head glitching hill Dub.
Okay, here.
Yeah, he's the right side. Classic. Nice. Go to new.
Big truck.
They're gonna play the back.
Mid truck got me, Octane. Is that? Let's go. The next hill is huge, guys. Next hill is huge.
I'm pinching this shit.
Okay.
I have a purifier. Look in the back alley, he's on the head glitch.
And we're back with an advantage here for Rise Nation. They're controlling, but the fire's out for Scump, just trying to break in. The truck uses cover. Can he pick up the kill? No, he will get dropped. And that's both weapons for Optic Gaming taken out. You saw the scythe shut down by Slack's dart earlier.
I was going to say, I was on with Slack when we were in that listen. I was like, this is weird to see a dart in hardpoint as you see a heatwave come out. And everyone dropped for Optic Gaming. But Slack throws the dart out, and he's able to take out the scythe player. Big play. Probably doesn't realize how big that is in the scope of the game, as if Formal gets set up in that middle of the map. Might have been Optic Gaming taking a lot of time in that middle hardpoint.
This is the Looney we love.
Yeah, Looney's definitely come to life here in Game 6. Wants to force that Game 7 in Optic. And they need a good rotation here to Grandma. If they give this up to Rise Nation,
but look
it's
at
going
the
to be bad.
Look at the map. It's going to be the hold here from Rise. They're set up in the back. The wall bang from Classic. He's got his Tempest ready to go to. They're up 66 points, and they're looking to hold here in a big way. He saw one side across. Can he tag them both? No. The bait and switch coming in as he's going to be tagged up. Pushing in the front. That's the heat wave coming in for Karma. He's got control. On the back, you've got Scump on a 4 streak as well. He's heating up and looking to crush the hopes and dreams of Rise, but they have not managed to take control.
I tell you what, that was some sick shots from Classic. He's not able to take Karma out there, but he jumps in the middle of the street, sees Scump all the way in the back of the hill on Grandma, and he's able to take him out.
Well, we heard from Optic Gaming. Let's turn it over to Rise. Slacked in the crew, locking things down. Let's go to a listening.
I'm at wall. I'm trying to get you stairs. They just spawn peach. Don't peek. One peach. Stairs. One window. I spawn on. You gotta keep it up here. Get the train. I will absolutely just he's on back window. Next contest. You can push out back train. I'm gonna try to. I am beat him here. I'm challenging with you, Jerry. It was Matt. Watch out, Matt. Kill him. He's so weak. He's in between. One shot. I got Matt. I can get pushed. I have Trevor's on you. I'm watching your right. Not peach. Yo, just spawn back alley, flank peaches. Yeah, spawn back alley, flank peaches. I'm one shot. They got a warrant on me. Yeah, he pushed me formal. I spawn back more. Stay alive. Spawn back alley. Nice. Peach for sure. Where are you? Peach. We're gonna do this. Hold the point. We're still here. I'm EMP'd. I'm holding one. One shot. I'm gonna pinch him. You guys are Tempest though. No, he's top grandma, weak. Got him, another one there. Let's go. One shot, back grandma. I got one. Change. Peaches. Last one, peaches. 2 more.
Rise going big. You see Classic going off with the Tempest. They've still got control. This 60-point hold. Optic Gaming has just not been able to break. We're going to enter our third side of rotations here shortly, and Rise Nation looks ready and poised to push this the distance.
They just did a fantastic job getting in the hill. You heard in their comms, contest. I believe it was Octane for a little bit, just laying down in between the trains, and nobody from Optic Gaming was able to get him out. You saw Classic. He flanked one time, picked up 1 kill, slowed the push from Optic Gaming down over by Peaches, then rotates back into the hill right off the spawn, and he's able to do some nice things with the Tempest.
Insane stuff from Classic. The crew's holding it down. We're in our third side of rotations. Optic Gaming set up, looking to hold on. They need the mouse to come back. The players from Rise are going to be pushing in here. What can Rise do to secure this victory, Matt? They've had such a solid 10 minutes or so thus far.
A minute 50 left. You can't get nervous here on this hill. You know, if Optic Gaming were to take a lot of time here in the middle, you can't focus on what went wrong. You have to get over towards Auto. You can't afford to give them 2 good hills in a row. You see Octane up here with the scythe. He's just going to be looking down over his teammates, and that is taking out Slack in the process. And Classic going to be in the hill, just needs to stay alive as long as possible, doing a good job of that. It's really about this next hill for me, for Rise Nation. You got to be able to lock this next one down.
Well, they're in early. Let's go over to the next hill. You mentioned that Slack with a 2-piece at the back, holding down 10. They still have a nice advantage, but this next one is the big one. This in the Grandma's, likely going to end it. Classic wins a big one, but is going to get cut down. That was Looney from mid-map killing him.
Yeah, that's just really weird. You got to know where your teammates are. Obviously, Classic played that perfectly. A lot of patience, but that team kill could end up to be huge. A lot of players pushing Slack in the hill. He's going to drop. You see Classic in the kill feed, but it's going to be Optic Gaming in control of the hill. Karma picking up a big 2-piece. Crim inside. Karma grabbing a 3rd. Karma on a 4th streak right now. Tries to push all the way through auto, but Optic Gaming looks like they could be able to make the comeback here.
They're doing it right now. They've got 30 on the clock. The deficit 30 as well. Can they bring it back before they even get to Grandma's? Trying to contest. Who's going to be the first to rotate? It looks like it's going to be Octane. Setting up at Grandma's, but they need to get somebody in the back. Look at the track spawn right now coming in. And who's there? It's Looney. Looney's got to go huge. He's got one. Can he get two? He wins a big one. There's a third. There's the camo, though, as he gets it. And Karma picks up the final couple ticks. But look at the setup now you've got from Rise Nation. They can win it here at Grandma's.
And you don't want Octane in the hill if you're Optic Gaming. He's able to just look out the front with the AR and put down so much fire that you're trapped. And then you get Classic over from that large wall. He's able to take out 3 players as they cross in towards that mid-street. But I got to talk about Looney winning those 2 gunfights over at Tracks. Those are the plays of the game.
Absolutely are. They can close it out here. Slack picking up one. The slide, the reload, the challenge. He gets it, wins it at Globe. Just crushing Rise Nation. 25 points away. It's looking like Game 7.
And Optic has to go through that back tin area, and that is the one spot you do not want to have to flood through. It's going to be 3 kills in the kill feed for Rise Nation. Everything falling apart for Optic Gaming here, Maven. Scump gets in the hill, picks up a 2-piece, Slack in there, and
This is it. Rise holding on. Get out of my house. Slack locking it down.
We are going to see
We're going to Game
7 between Rise Nation and Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming up 3-0 in the series. Rise Nation storm all the way back, winning 3 straight, and Optic looks absolutely stunned.
My God, this is nuts. What we've all wanted. Grand final, Game 7, Optic versus Rise. What are your guys' thoughts? Chopra, it's all you, baby.
Insanity is the first word that comes to mind. I mean, I want to say we were half joking when we were talking, even before the match started, like Game 7 will be great, just because it's always nice, right? It's always nice to see the most intensive matches when it comes to the finals, because you know it's the 2 best teams, but it actually happens very rarely in any industry, in any tournament.
You couldn't write a script better than this. I know we're near Hollywood, but this is like a movie scene right now.
It is.
Optic Gaming, the favorites, go up 3-0. Rise Nation, who they've been battling with online forever, bring it to a Game 7 in a potential reverse sweep. What is that, like the second one ever in Call of Duty history, the first one being H2K over Liquid this past weekend?
Yeah, this has been absolutely crazy. I mean, you get a huge performance from Octane throughout that entire map. Rise are looking to turn things around. And keep in mind, this has been a rivalry that's been brewing online, as Courage was saying, throughout the entire CWL Stage 1 online phase, throughout all the 25Ks, even through some of the LANs as well. And, you know, Rise have a chance to win their 3rd major LAN in a row.
Yeah, this is why I love competitive Call of Duty, man. I mean, these guys put so much on the line for this. There are hundreds of thousands of people watching online. It's standing room only in the venue. Rise fans getting up and screaming after that match. This is going to be a storybook Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, just the way this map played out too. Sure, Rise was in the lead the whole time, but Optic had their moments. Optic had their moments when it looked like they were coming back. I mean, Krim on that auto hill towards the end of the game was trying to hold it down, battling off 3-4 players at a time, all on his own. And then we see Karma making some big plays too. But at the end of the day, it's the players we mentioned that kind of need to pick it up for Rise. Looney and Octane show up to play. Of course, the rest of the team too. Everyone teams up, and now Rise brings it to a Game 7.
You know, there are a couple of key engagements that Rise wind up winning. You know, for example, that Looney 2-piece, that Tracks going into that final Grandma's hardpoint, that, you know, if they lose those engagements, then Optic Gaming are right back into the game, and maybe Rise don't win if they lose those specific key engagements.
All right, I mean, listen, I have to say, going towards a map 7, to be fair, both teams have proven what they were out to prove, right? No one should be able to sit back and argue that Optic is only an online team anymore. They were up 3-0, and even in these games, they were showing a good game. Same for Rise. No one should be able to say that, no, they can't actually hang with the top dogs. They beat FaZe. They brought a near comeback right now, tying it up 3-3. But at the same time, if you're one of the 8 players on stage right now, you don't settle just because you prove the story. It doesn't end until you lift that trophy.
This is more than a Game 7 right now. They're playing for more than the Stage 1 championship, all the prize pool as well, but they're playing to see who is the #1 team in competitive Call of Duty. It all comes down to this match.
Yeah, you know, it's always great to talk about the stories, but right now you're right, Revan. There's only one thing on everyone's mind. Who exactly is #1 right this moment in Call of Duty Black Ops 3? Who's the reigning team in the Call of Duty World League presented by PS4?
I'll tell you right now, Maven chugged 2 energy drinks before this series, and I thought it was going to be a 4-0. He's put them to use now, going to a Game 7. These guys over there, I see them, they're basically shaking. I'm shaking. We're the band to protect. SVG, Overkill, very heavy sniper bands here. Shiva goes out as well. Things to look for now, Rapid Fire, Concussion are definitely going to be the last two.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the long-range guns getting out there because they don't want to get picked off early. It's your last game. You want to be able to challenge and kind of win with pride, right? Jump in there and be like, I know we fought fair and square and I beat you out. I didn't get picked off because you saw me first.
Yeah, normal straight-up bans. These guys are going into this as two teams who have, what, split search and destroys now in this series. It's 1-1. They were both near with the same round count, and now it's in a Game 7 for bragging rights of Call of Duty World League Stage 1 North American Division champions. Then you add in the money aspect of it, $250,000 on the line, everything you could ever ask for.
I mean, we like to joke about it that Maven might have a heart attack, you know, if he's gassing every now and then, but I am legitimately worried for his health right now.
Yeah, well, there's a reason we put another headset up there just in case we need to hop in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of energy flowing through right now.
There's a reason why he's paired up with the male nurse as well. Just in
We'll
case he
see
needs
if they
mouth
can
to mouth.
handle it, but it's one game. Potential 11 rounds as we go into Search and Destroy and Infection. One map to determine who the best team in Call of Duty is right now, today. Brevin, what are your thoughts for Search and Destroy and Infection?
All right, so we all know a lot of action is going to go down over near the B Street. I have the B bomb site highlighted on your mini-map, and a lot of the action, of course, is going to go down on the street. What Optic Gaming love to do with their lethal grenades is kind of get them in these types of positions. This is going to slow down the push from the offensive side, and for that exact reason, look for the offense to get trophies right around that line, right in front of the big rock. We all know the ideal setup that you want to get going here on offense. Kind of have one guy here floating around near a tank. He could be in charge of watching this over. Attention could also challenge the middle map, but you want the bulk of your team set up around here as they try to push forward. So you get the line of sight from this player on the rock. He's going to zone out this player from the defensive side. And for the most part, you want to keep the defense on their side of that line I just drew. And the defense, we're seeing it more and more often that they like to have more of a middle presence. So look for whoever's on offense to maybe exploit that B Street a little bit quicker. But we all know what Optic Gaming love to do. Trophy systems are going to have a huge effect on this game. Optic Gaming look for them to use a lot of danger close grenades to slow down their opponents. That's why we're seeing, frag grenades and Semtex banned so often against them.
We started this journey back a week after New Year's. It's now the beginning of April. Everything these guys have played for and practiced for comes down to this map, the 1 seed versus the 2 seed. I just got chills saying it. I'm going to sit back, relax, enjoy this. At this point, I don't even care who wins. I predicted Optic, but we're all winners today.
I mean, yeah, as everyone should. I mean, maybe sitting back you can't do because it's such a tense match right now. But it is this one last map. I mean, to think it all comes down to this after 11 weeks of matches and a couple lands here and there, a couple other tournaments that teams have participated. It comes down to only one map to find out who the best team is. This is the story everyone's been asking for in the Call of Duty World League. This one Search and Destroy between Optic Gaming and Rise Nation. Maven, Mr. X, let's find out who the best team is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Game 7. Optic, Rise, Infection S&D.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
I have no idea, to be honest. I still can't believe that we were just uttering the words Game 7 in this matchup. And no, there's a lot of Optic Gaming fans at home probably freaking out. Hector in the house. Optic Gaming during Stage 1 undefeated on this map, 4-0. The last time I believe I've seen them play it was against Envy. It was a Game 5. They won that one 6-0. So Optic Gaming, very good at Infection. S&D Rise split this one 2-2 during the regular season. But Rise, I mean, these guys, they wanted to come in and prove that they are a worthy opponent for the likes of Optic Gaming. They definitely have.
Here we go, baby. Game 7. Optic Gaming, round 1, going to be on offense. Those lethals you heard Jack talking about is they're breaking everything. I'm sorry, Revin, I see you standing up. All right, you said it. Great analysis, Revin. Now take a seat.
And Skunk's going to get first blood on the other side of the map, but it's a very interesting play from Rise Nation, catching Optic Gaming off guard. They're going to get to those B steps, a very powerful position. It looks like the bomb going to go down on the A site. Great call from Rise Nation early. A lot of teams don't push the A bomb site on this map. You're going to see Krim taking out Classic, and then that power position. It's just going to be Octane and Slack, the last two alive.
3-on-2, here comes the break. Can Optic get the push? Are they able to pick up these players? There's one, winning the gunfight. Can they find a second? No, all of a sudden it's Slack Slack by himself. He's inside the barn. One player going to stick it. It's going to be stuck. Can he get it? They're going to hop off and try to push Slack. Slack has to go absolutely huge. There's one in behind. He's going to push through. He didn't get spotted. Somehow he's leaking through. He's not able to win it. And there you go. Optic Gaming, round 1, formal 2-0, and stick in the defuse.
Yeah, they had an idea of where he was. They sent the player down towards that middle of the map to watch if he came through Grave towards the other side of Barn, and then they pushed the other player through Barn. It was a fantastic route from Slack to get outside of it, but it's formal. I believe he might have actually seen there first.
I don't think he did. That actually, I thought it worked out perfectly. I thought Slack kind of slipped through the cracks there. He was going to come up with a big play, but no, you don't. Formal locks it down.
It's also a risky play from Optic Gaming because if Slack is able to win that gunfight on Formal, Scump's not in a position to rotate all the way around, win that gunfight, then get the defuse.
All right, well, let's go on to offense now. Who do you want to watch on Rise Nation, buddy?
Let's stay on board with Looney.
Okay.
Looney, he's had a rough series, so to speak. We can stay on board with him on the defensive side of things. It looks like there's going to be one player over towards this A-bomb site, but look at this. All the action going down over on the B street.
Look at this. Who's going to peek it? Who's going to peek it? Slack wins it. Able to get one there at outside rock. He's got Octane watching his back as well. It's going to be 3 versus 3. Are they going to opt to back up? They won it on A as well. Now advantage to Rise Nation. Long distance shots with the VMP. Can't connect. Tagged up, but not taken down. Karma, now you're by yourself. You're in a 1v2. The nade coming in. Apparently,
that would have been crazy.
That would have been the most disgusting grenade I've ever seen.
A good idea by Slack, though, to back down VMP versus M8. He's not going to win that by any stretch of the imagination. You see that EMP coming in and actually tags up Karma, so they have to have an idea of where he's positioned. One player going to fly out. Karma's not going to be able to get the tags down. It's going to be Rise Nation answering back.
So far, you've had these 2v1 scenarios. The team with the advantage has taken it. What's going to make the difference here is who's going to be able to clutch up at a disadvantage. Who's going to make that big play to break the back of their opposition. Thus far, it's been back and forth.
I mean, first bloods are huge in Search and Destroy. They have been all weekend. Always will be in competitive Call of Duty. So always keep an eye on who gets that first blood. And if they're able to take the rest of that round out, let's stay on with Octane. We're going to see him bust out a P06. This is a gun that we see the likes of Elevate use a lot. We haven't seen Octane use it all too much, so I'm interested to see what he elects to do with it.
Well, it looks like he wants to get sight on this outside area. He sees one. He knows there's a player there, but he was likely spotted as well. Let's go to the players pushing mid-map. It's going to be Looney, who's going to challenge on the B-bomb side. He's going to just shoulder peek that, get some information, back away. Let's look at the point of view from Formal 2, because he's going to see some mid-map. He's going to get cut down. One down from either side. 3 versus 3. Karma here at tank, trying to target the player statue, but he's going to fall as well. 2 players left for Optic Gaming.
It's going to be Grim trying to challenge this through the front. They're actually trying to bait and switch there, and Scumps actually take out Classic in the middle of the map. Huge. Now it's just going to be Octane and Slack. Remember, Octane has that P06, so does not have another gun in his back pocket, just going to have a pistol. It's going to be Scump pushing onto the side.
Only one player left. It's Octane. Can Optic clutch the 2v3? He's got Elcar. He's going to peek. Not able to hit it. And there's the clutch for Optic Gaming. Man down. Doesn't matter. Plenty of time for the defuse, and now they've got the edge.
And that's where not having overkill in the game is huge. I mean, right there, if Octane has an M8 in his back pocket, in addition to the P06, he might be able to make that gunfight a little bit more competitive right there. Scump wins it with ease.
Very, very true. But, you know, we said it was 2v1 holds for the first 2 rounds. Now it's a 2v3 that Optic takes advantage of. Unbelievable
stuff. I will
stuff.
say, though, I want to see Optic adjust on the next defensive side. Seems like Rise Nation, they're coming into this one with a distinct plan to put pressure on the A-bomb site. They only have 1 player over there, which a lot of teams do, but it seems like Rise just wants to take advantage of that lone player over on A.
Well, you do have an HC here for Slack. He started out 4-2, but let's go back over to the offense. Are we going to see any sniping here from these guys? Don't see anything yet. They're looking for mid-map control. They're going to start to push through. Getting to mid-steps is going to be Scump. How do you think they plan to attack this map?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to play pretty aggressive on these bomb sites. It looks like you're able to see the cross, but if he gets pushed, obviously a VMP in this type of situation would be able to take him out.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough with the cover here, but Scump, the best in the business when it comes to breaking. Is that the HC from this side? So it's Slack. He knows there's nothing down B, so he knows they got to be mid-map array. Now he sees it. Does he target? Able to pick up one. Slack connects around the corner. He's 5-2. He has a VMP in this situation, so not going to be able to do too much to hold the long-range fight, but he has Octane backing him up. They pick up one. The player going high, trying to challenge Slack, but Slack's going to win it. Now it's Formal in a 1v4. He has all the work in the world to do. How can he possibly do it? Not going to bring it back back and forth, 2-2.
Not a ton of time either for Formal to really make anything happen, like wrap all the way around. He needed to just make a play, obviously, with the bomb down as well. And Slacked has been massive for Rise, even in the losses all series long. You got to think, I mean, just think about the Rise Nation roster for a second. This is by far and away the biggest match any of these guys have ever played in.
I could not agree with you more. Right on the money there, but I mean, it's going to be offense again. Do we stay with Slack? I mean, he's 6-2. He's basically doubling everyone in the lobby right now, doing an excellent job here. Let's watch them now on offense, as it looks they're going to be targeting mid-map and A.
Which is what they've been doing all game long. Seems like Optic is just going to go with the standard defensive setup that they've been employing. They did such a great job on Breach by changing up their strategies round to round. Here in a Game 7, obviously some things change, right? You want to play a little bit safer. You want to go with what works all the time. But, I mean, I'm a believer. You kind of gamble it all away, right? You take those risks, I think.
Yeah, no, I think you're right on the money there. The first player to challenge will be Karma peeking out through B. They're able to get control. Now they can flood forward. The next player to challenge could be Crim6, just trying to get vertical here, get view onto the B bomb site, but they're down a man. Are they going to slide in? Are they going to opt to attack here? The bomb's getting planted. This is such a tough angle to deal with. Just peeking, trying to get shots in, but not able to pick up any of these kills. It's Classic actually answering. 2 players left for Optic. Crim6, Formal have a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, to get into the B bomb site, trying to challenge those AR players in the middle, so difficult. You're going to see Formal. He's not going to be able to take out anyone. Crim's going to drop mid-map.
He tags up everybody, right? Putting shots all around, but not getting any of the kills.
Yeah, and it's going to be Rise Nation taking that round on offense, and it was big plays by Classic. He was able to just guard Slack. Slack's stuck in the B bomb site. He's just laying down, hoping that Classic's able to pick up those kills, because he has no chance of killing anybody if they slide in, and Classic does a great job locking it down.
All right, well, Optic Gaming, it's their turn to look up at the scoreboard now as they are down a round. Let's go over to them on offense here. Let's start off with Karma. We'll take a look at his class. Trophy out. Going to have an M8 as well. You'll notice no secondary here for him. Not going to have a pistol to back this one up, but you've got aggressive defense on the outside. They're going to meet up top again. Krim wins one. Krim gets the second. No, he can't win it. But you got 2 down for Rise. They're looking strong still. Karma picks up another very, very quickly. It's Looney all by his lonesome.
And he is so far out of position. Obviously, he's going to be the only player over on the opposite side of the map. And he's actually going on a long flank here. He's able to get some nice shots down, but he is trapped. You're going to have all 3 players fly at Looney. And Maven, with the way this was going, could be going the distance, I think.
You think so? Game 7, round 11, Optic, Rise, the top 2 seeds all year long. Could you ask for anything more perfect?
No. You literally could not. I mean, you just laid it out there for everybody. You could not ask for a more perfect scenario. And stay on board with the offensive team, Rise Nation, see what they like to do. And they did a great job, obviously, earlier. Rise going towards the A bomb site, and then now having success over towards B. It forces Optic to be a little more honest on defense. Respect the fact that they could possibly do a hit through A.
Well, Skumps here playing defense, uses the cover, gets the first blood, but the push is going to continue to come. You got to stay alive. You don't want to get traded out there. And who's at the back? Backrock is Krem. He's waiting in case they opt to push through here. You have watching the flank is Looney. If anyone wants to wrap around the back, you've got Slacked being very, very patient here. He has his kinetic armor to work with. Now, who's wrapping around? This is Formal pushing around the back. He might line one up perfectly, but that's a great shoulder peek as he's going to get a ton of information. Let's go back to mid. Karma checking, sees one at back, sandbags, and who's wrapping around the back? Krem with the big flanks on Breach. Can he get it done here as well? There's one. He wins it. There's a player on the site. They're going to trade that out as well. It's now Looney, 1 versus 3. The poor guy finds himself between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, and he's going to catch one player here in the tunnel. He's not going to win the gunfight. Karma on the defuse. It looks like actually he's going to hop off.
Get your specialist meters a little bit. Look for trophies. And, you might just let, who's closest to streaks?
Yeah, Karma was. I didn't really understand why he would get off of it. He probably just wanted to check with a teammate before he actually...
You get your meters up a little bit, right? But you have, I think it was Krim and Formal. I think have their specialist abilities here.
Yeah, and Karma's going to earn an HC in the process, so we'll see how he elects to use that. Could be used on the offensive side of things to push into the B bomb site, kind of force players out of it. If Riot's going to play a guy on top of bomb.
What is the
nice
one burst in green, close range with the M8. Doing dirty here.
Not saying Looney would have been able to make anything happen there, but he kills Formal. He does have Heat Wave.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been able to get to the bomb in time, though, to be quite honest.
Well, you have Camo for Formal. Karma has that HC as well, and then what did Krim have? Vision Pulse. So let's watch the camo play here, see if Formal might opt to use it. Oh, this is going to be a big hit here. Everybody coming out. The camo's going to be huge here. There's the first blood. Snaps in one on his right. Gets both. The player outside Rock is dropping as well, and it's Classic all by his lonesome too. Him and Looney, they just have so much, man. You see them in these tough positions. Well, look at the X-ray right here. Everybody's in front of him. He's tagged up. He's dropped. Optic Gaming, green wall, 1 round away here from being your champions.
That was a perfect round to use your abilities from the standpoint that you use them, you go down the B Street, you win the round. It puts so much pressure on Rise just to look at that scoreboard and see Optic Gaming 1 round away.
And a funny stat line from yesterday, our first 7 S&Ds were a scoreline of 6-3.
Yeah.
It's been a theme of the weekend.
A lot of trends this weekend, yeah.
Can Optic end it here? It's going to be offense for Rise Nation, and all they have, they have the heat wave. That's really the only thing they have to work with. Can you play off of that really on offense, or is that going to be more a clutch situation?
I think it's going to be more a clutch situation. You want to keep that heat wave player alive, and you're going to see Formal actually just use the
HC cards everywhere.
He's going to use it to just scout players out.
They're everywhere. Are there 3? Are there 3 of them? Those 2. Okay.
And everyone being so cautious, they don't want to get first blood in this. Oh, actually, Formal's HC gets taken out, but he gets some vision on a player in mid. I believe we see another one out on the map. That one's from Karma.
6 first blood.
Krim taking out Octane up in the top house window. Fantastic shots there by Krim. Going to get a little bit aggressive.
Almost. That would have been sick, man. The car tags him up and then to fly around the corner and pick it up, but just a second late, and now this is everything. It's 3v4. Rise Nation has to get it done. It was the vision pulse coming out from Krim 6. They know where everybody is. Krim gets set up on the B site. He's going to rotate out. At back rock, you have Formal here. He can push if need be, but let's go to the offensive point of view. It's going to be on Slack. They've got to get the bomb down. They have just over 20 seconds to go. How are they going to play this? You see him at the corner. He has to go for it. You have the heat wave here. Do you maybe slide up for the heat wave? He has to stay alive. You can't lose him. You cannot drop here. You gotta stay alive and maybe even get this off. He's gonna challenge the corner. Keeps peeking. There's 2 inside. Do you slide in and pop this? You gotta think about the heat wave. He wins 1. He's able to get it now. Krim, you're all by yourself. He's trapped here inside of B. He doesn't have a lot of time to go, but then Rise has got it.
Looney picks up both of those kills. The player in that round that made the biggest play is Classic.
That first kill.
He doesn't get tagged by the vision pulse, so they don't really have an idea where he's playing. He could have been playing all the way in that back rock in the island watching the flank. He could have been playing a little bit more over towards Church. He's up on that top rock, and he jumps down, gets that first kill with the M8. And he's the only one on that team with the M8, the only one who can knock those shots down. And Rise, they saved their camo, they saved their heat wave.
They have heat wave, they now have camo, they're about to have vision pulse, and on the other side, Scump almost has kinetic. And look how far everybody else is. I mean, Karma is kind of in the same neighborhood, but here comes this strong B push. They don't have the camo that worked so well for him last time. Classic's gonna peek right away. Want the back rock, zips his head up. Can he find a second? Tags him up, gets the assist as well. 1 more peeks and pushes. 2 versus 2. Scump by himself. 5-5, round 11, game 7.
Did Formal fall off the map?
Oh, I hope not. Did he really?
Did Formal fall off the map?
God, no, he can't fall off the map.
He does. He drops there on that right-hand side. And we are going to have a game 7, round 11 between Optic Gaming and Rise. 1 round will decide our stage 1 champion.
Oh man, the crowd, let's get it, baby.
So Looney still has heat wave. Looney still has heat wave, and Skunk used his kinetic during that round. So obviously, Looney with that heat wave and on offense could make a big play over at the bomb sites.
Oh my God, this is everything. $250,000 prize purse for these guys, and it all comes down to 1 damn round of S&D. Who will be crowned your champions? Here comes the push. Classic gonna be set up inside. He's gonna work on the plan here. And who's peeking in the corner? It was Scump shoulder peeking for just a moment. Got some information. Is he gonna fly in? The vision pulse comes out. They're aware he's at the steps, and that's gonna slow everything down. Looney at top grandma's. There's a player flanking around behind. Is he going to be able to win this? Not able to get it. First blood goes to Optic.
And in the grand scheme of things, that player is pretty important because now Optic's going to be able to go on a long flank. They didn't have success challenging it from the mid-map, but potentially pushing from the defensive side of things could break this out.
That's another one. That's 4 versus 2. They're able to pick up 1 kill. All of a sudden, 2v2. They're picking him up. It's now 4 down. Optic Gaming has done it.
They go huge. Karma in the final round picks up 2 big kills. He finishes 9-7 in game 7. But I tell you what, if anyone had any doubts about about Rise Nation. They are over now. They played unbelievable.
The guys will high five, shake hands. What a brutal, brutal battle. I mean, the physical and mental preparation you have to have for this. These guys have got to be absolutely exhausted. But now we'll have them center stage. And there it is. Optic Gaming are going to be your champions of Stage 1 North American Call of Duty World League.
Oh no!
What?
I was trying to live stream it to my YouTube, but I was not even signed into my YouTube. So I pretty much just sat here and watched that for the hell of it. Oh, that sucks. What the f... It's on me completely out. Like, I don't even know what email I still...
So I can't log in because it's signed on mine.
What do you mean?
Because I don't have my email. I got a Google account which automatically has the
Oh crap.